Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. My name is Dorcas Yakubu Zallah, bringing you trending stories that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today, and also their opinions on such issues. Tinubu writes National Assembly to raise 2024 budget by 6.2 trillion naira. NLC-TUC gives reason why Labour accepted 70,000 naira minimum wage. Again, Dangote Refinery accuses IOCs of frustrating operations. Scientists say supermodel granny drug could slow aging. Now, top on what's trending, President Bola Tinubu requested the Senate to amend the 2024 Appropriation Act and the 2023 Finance Act by increasing the budget by 6.2 trillion naira on Wednesday. Tinubu's request was contained in a letter addressed to the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and read at plenary on Wednesday. In the letter, it said the move was pursuant to Section 58, subsection 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended. The Appropriation Act Amendment Bill 2024 seeks to amend the Principal Act to provide the sum of 3.2 trillion naira for renewed Hope infrastructure project and other critical infrastructure projects to be undertaken across the country. Now, reacting to that, someone said, everything is expensive. Inflation is now 60%, so you would not blame him for planning to increase the 2024 budget. Another said, Nigeria, we hail thee. Politics, game of no retirement in Nigeria. The aged ones still want to lead us. Another person wrote, whatever will bring relief and success to Nigeria is what we need. May Nigeria and Tinubu succeed. Now, next on what's trending, the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, Joe Ajero, and his counterpart in the Trade Union Congress, TUC, Festus Osifo, said the organized labor agreed to 70,000 naira as the new minimum wage for Nigerian workers because the wage reviews in the country will no longer be every 5 years, but once every 3 years. They spoke on Thursday after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu at the State House in Abuja. Information Minister Muhammad Idris, Labour Minister, and other officials from both sides flanked both Ajero and Osifo. In his words, the NLC president said, what has been announced in terms of the amount of 70,000 naira happened to be where we are now. But the cool thing about it is that we will no longer wait for another 5 years to come on review. Now, someone said, I am happy both parties are happy. Let's work together to make Nigeria a great nation for ourselves and for the next generation of Nigerians. God bless Nigeria. Another said, in my opinion, I think both unions have compromised the process and failed the Nigerian workers and workforce. After all the negotiations, they settled for less. Another opined, best known to them, wasted efforts from 600,000 naira to 250,000 naira, now 70,000 naira. It's a pity. A former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, has taken Justice R.M. Aikawa of the Federal High Court sitting in the state capital to the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court for alleged bias. In a petition, the former governor asked the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court to transfer his case, which was being handled by Justice Aikawa, to another judge. El-Rufai filed the suit in June 2024 to challenge the Kaduna State House of Assembly's probe report, which indicted him for alleged misappropriation of 423 billion naira in public funds. In the fundamental rights case he filed against the Kaduna Assembly before the court, the former governor asked the court to declare the Assembly's report as null and void for violating his rights to a fair hearing as guaranteed under the Constitution of Nigeria. However, Justice Aikawa adjourned ruling on the case on Thursday after hearing from the respondents who submitted their preliminary and substantive objections to the court in the absence of El-Rufai's counsel, Abdul Hakim Mustafa. Now, someone said, so it is when it got to your turn you finally realized that they are biased? Funny how these politicians are though. Someone alleged, the Kaduna State House of Assembly doesn't have any evidence to prove. The Assembly only wants to tarnish Malam Nasir's image, but the Almighty God is protecting Malam Nasir from the evil. Malam Nasir El-Rufai will remain the best governor in Kaduna history. Another person said, power is transient. And the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has approved the sale of foreign exchange to eligible bureau de change operators at 1,450 naira to a dollar. The Apex Bank said the sum of $20,000 is to be sold to each BDC at the rate of 1,450 naira per dollar. In a statement on Thursday, CBN's acting director in charge of Trade and Exchange Department, Ali Humadi, said the Apex Bank has observed the continued distortions in the retail end of the market, which is feeding into the parallel market and further widening the exchange rate premium. Following the ongoing reforms in the foreign exchange market to achieve an appropriate market-determined exchange rate for the naira, the Central Bank of Nigeria has observed the continued distortions in the retail end of the market, which is feeding into the parallel market and further widening the exchange rate premium, the statement partly read. Now, someone alleged, if they like, pack all the dollars in America and Nigeria, give BDC, it won't solve any problem. The Nigerian economy has been grounded for over 9 years now. As far as there's still stealing going on as we speak, then we should always expect the worst to come. Once you reduce stealing or stop stealing, economy don't have a choice than to grow. What do you expect from a country where World Bank loans goes into one or two people's pockets? Another person said, where is CBN getting it from? Abeg, Cardoso, go and sit down. Another opined, after shutting down the whole cryptocurrency exchange, so our naira no still gain weight against dollar. And let's go on a quick break, and when we return, you get to know what the Niger State governor has to say about the planned nationwide protest. Stay tuned. Welcome back, it's Newsfeed. Now, the management of Dangote Industries Limited has again accused international oil companies of frustrating its refinery operations. According to a statement on Wednesday, the company said IOCs insisted on selling crude oil to its refinery through foreign agents. It argued that the local price of crude would continue to increase because the trading arms offer cargoes at $2 to $4 per barrel above NUPRC official price. Now, responding to that, someone said Dangote might end up moving his crew out of Nigeria because Nigeria government is not serious. Another person said, but how would a business giant like Dangote build one of the biggest refineries in the world without legally tying up and securing via sovereign guarantees the matter of feedstock crude to the refinery with the federal government and its IOC partners, with his ingrained knowledge of the Nigerian factor in our business and political environment? It seems like Nigeria can happen to all of us regardless of status. Now, Governor Muhammad Umaru Bago of Niger State has stated that the youth in the state will not be joining the planned nationwide protest against hunger and economic hardship set to commence at the end of this month. Governor Bago described the youth of Niger State as peaceful and law-abiding, asserting that they have no reason to participate in the organized protest. He made this statement during a town hall meeting with stakeholders held at the Justice Legbo Kutigi Conference Center in Minna, the state capital, on Thursday, July 16th. Bago said, dialogue is the best way towards solving problems. We as youth of Niger State have distanced ourselves from the nationwide protest because we are peaceful and want peace and tranquility. If we start demonstration, it cannot solve the problem, and the demonstrations will continue, but dialogue and understanding is the only answer. And so to youths who are agitating for this protest, let us end this agitation. Let us communicate and dialogue on the best way forward. Now, responding to that, someone said, Governor Bago's stance on avoiding the nationwide protest in favor of dialogue reflects a commitment to maintaining peace and stability in Niger State. His emphasis on communication over confrontation highlights an approach aimed at addressing issues through negotiation and understanding rather than public demonstrations, which can sometimes lead to further unrest. While his intention to promote dialogue is commendable, it's important to consider that protests often arise from deep-seated frustrations and can be a way for people to express their concerns and seek change. A balance between open dialogue and acknowledging the legitimate grievances that lead to protests might be crucial in addressing both the symptoms and causes of economic hardship. Ultimately, the effectiveness of dialogue depends on the willingness of all parties to engage sincerely and address the root problems. It will be important for the government to actively listen and address the concerns of the youth and other stakeholders to achieve meaningful and sustainable solutions. Now, a drug has increased the lifespan of laboratory animals by nearly 25% in a discovery scientists hope can slow human aging too. Researchers treated mice were known as supermodel grannies in the lab because of their youthful appearance. They were healthier, stronger, and developed fewer cancers than their unmedicated peers. The drug is already being tested in people, but whether it will have the same anti-aging effects is unknown. Now, responding to that, someone said, living longer is one thing. Living longer and still having your memory intact, independence, and a healthy body are another. Live well, have adventures, do good things, grow old with grace, pass in peace. Another opined, aging is natural and we need to stop fighting it so much. Maybe if we're concerned and this diligent with the food we ate, we wouldn't be so sick and puffy all the time. Aging is a gift and I'm embracing it. I don't want to look like an 18-year-old my whole life. And now to a funny video of a girl talking in her sleep. Take a look.
Josie, did you want to get ice cream?
Ice cream.
Yeah, did you want to get some ice cream?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, ice cream? Josie, ice cream?
There's like a second wind to that sentence.
Oh, okay, we'll go.
And that's it. You're up to trending stories across the world. Follow us and subscribe to all our social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X. Until next time, goodbye.